Now we look at the fuel prices reactions where at 186 and 31 cents per litre of super petrol and 171 shillings and 58 cents for diesel, Kenya now has the most expensive fuel in East Africa. That's more than 40 shillings higher than in Tanzania and about 5 shillings more than what Ugandans are paying. The high pump price are primarily driven by taxes and levies, which account for nearly 40% of the retail cost. Importation of refined fuel and logistical inefficiencies now worsened by surging freight costs due to the recent disruption in the Strait of Hormuz, a key shipping route for global oil.
Fuel is cheaper in Tanzania and Uganda compared to Kenya. A litre of super petrol in Nairobi is now retailing at 186 shillings and 31 cents, followed by Uganda at approximately 181 shillings and 40 cents, and Rwanda at 171 shillings and 77 cents. Fuel is the cheapest in Tanzania at 141 shillings and 91 cents using the current exchange rate. Kenya has consistently ranked as having the highest fuel prices in the East African region. So, why is Kenya's fuel so costly?
The Brent crude in June, I think in the month of June, rose all the way to about 81 point something dollars to the barrel, per barrel. And that has now affected the total landed cost of Kenyan oil in Mombasa.
The explanation that was given by government is not accurate, because blaming the global oil prices is falling short of what the reality is.
Out of every litre, more than 40% goes to taxes. This, he says, makes Kenya's pricing heavily tax-laden compared to its peers.
Over 80 shillings of what people pay for petrol prices, over 80 shillings goes into taxes and levies. And of what Kenyans pay for other products or fuel other than petrol, over 76 shillings again goes into taxes and levies. The government of Kenya actually added a new levy last year of 7 shillings in the fuel prices.
In comparison, Tanzania has kept fuel prices lower by slashing taxes and relying on a bulk procurement process system that absorbs global price shocks. Uganda, despite being landlocked, has slightly lower pump prices due to less taxation. Ethiopia, surprisingly, has the cheapest fuel at just about 101 shillings and 79 cents per litre, thanks to government subsidies.
We price ourselves much higher than our neighbors in the region. But there are reasons to them, and the reasons are rather self-evident. For instance, our road network is arguably better than any of our neighbors in the region.
The global fuel supply chain is also feeling the impact of heightened insecurity in the Strait of Hormuz.
And we are talking about 20% of the global global oil demand passing through that strait.
Another one has been the demand in Asia that has gone up. India, China, Japan, there's been increase in the amount of fuel required.
Kafafa clarifies the G2G deal was meant to stabilize supply chain and shield Kenyans from dollar shocks.
Actually, it's a misconception that the G2G was intended to cushion Kenyans from high prices. That is an incidental product.
Now we've gone into a government-to-government system that is closed and is a bit opaque, in my opinion. And what that has led to is fixed prices. And the G2G arrangement is in the way that we have 180 days of credit. Now, anytime you give credit, anyone who's given credit will have to pay for that cost of credit or the cost of the money.
This month review by EPRA did not tap the Petroleum Development Levy, which previously played a role in cushioning fluctuations.
This is my thinking that this month's rally was rather high. The spike in prices was unanticipated, and we may not have had enough in the PDL to cushion consumers appropriately.
Experts warn that rising fuel prices will not just hurt motorists, but will increase input costs for agriculture, manufacturing, and transportation. For households already strained by inflation, it means higher prices for basic goods and services.
This is a temporary spike. I'm looking at the prices of Brent crude. They've now come down from 81 point something to about 71. And I'm foreseeing that in a month or two, we should go back to more or less where the prices were before.